that I don't deserve them. I don't deserve their forgiveness. I don't deserve them to be. I don't. I left them. But only, like I said, only God can give you that opportunity. And I always cherish that. I give him all the glory. Give him all the praise. I want to leave you with this scripture, that I've always referenced back to when I feel like letting go, when I feel like things are getting hard. Psalms 116:2, because he has inclined his ear to me, I will call upon him as long as I live. God inclined his ear when I felt alone in prison. He gave me that companionship. He inclined his ear when I needed some guidance. When I got out, sent Orlando and the Choose to Change Foundation to me. He inclined his ear when I asked for my family back. Gave me my family back. And most of all, he inclined his ear and restored my life. Gave me control of my life. And if he did it for me, I guarantee you he could do it for anybody in here if you're willing. Like I said, not halfway. Either you're all in or you're all out. Your own thinking is not going to get you through it. You're going to end up back. Like you said, how many of us have ever tried to change before? We all did. Why? Because we tried to do it ourselves. We didn't let God into it. We didn't let the man of God. We didn't let guidance. We didn't let nothing in. We tried to do it ourselves, and that's never going to happen. And if, like I said in my intro, if you're willing to accept, to receive the guidance, the teachings, the understanding that this man, or whoever's up here in this class teaching, I guarantee you have a chance to change. It's been 2.5 years, a little bit less than half. And God's opened doors in my life that I couldn't imagine. Preach, I teach. Never thought, 2 years ago you would have thought, yeah, right. Just give him a chance. Thank you.
Oh. You ever thought that an ex-drug addict, ex-gang member, ex-ex-ex-ex? See, Bubba, that's what we're building. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. And for me, it started 20 years ago. And it's getting better. It's getting better. I just started. When I see men coming back. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And that's what I decided to give my life to. And I'm going to close just by saying that for you to consider, what are you going to give your life to? Think about that for a minute. What are you going to give your life to? Because you're going to give your life to something. You're going to give your life to something. In fact, you already are. You're going to give your life. Many men that have been in prison give their life to gangs and drugs and selfishness and pornography and women. You give your life. But let me tell you, and I think each and every one of us know this, there's a price for everything. I just want to, it's amazing. He mentioned selfishness and cowardness. That's men, that's how men are, selfish and coward. They don't want to face it. They don't want to man up to their responsibilities. They want to blame. That's why I believe in challenging men. Because I already know it's hard. You don't have to tell me that. It's hard. It's difficult to change your life. Otherwise, that's why I asked the question. It's difficult. Not easy. And then if you go to a program, let me just say this also. I put a timer on there. I'm not going to pass the time that we're supposed to be here. You know, I wanted to share this with you. There's so much out there in the world. It's crazy. It's getting crazier. People are confused and lost. And it's getting worse. And the older you get, the harder it gets. You have all kinds of religion, programs. I hear radio in the Christian radio. You know, if you're an addict, you're a drug addict, call this number. With insurance, you know, it could possibly be free. And you spend, 6 months, 12 months, years going to rehab after rehab after rehab. And that's why this room isn't full. Because when they come in here, I challenge them right off the bat. Listen, do you want to change or not? Because if you don't, go back to rehab. Where you can just be there, talking about change. Here we make a commitment to change. We don't just want to talk about change, we want to make a commitment to change. That's why people don't come back. But because I'm on a mission. We don't need men now. This little boy doesn't need his mom 10 years from now, or 6 years from now, or 6 months from now. This little boy needs his mom now. Am I right or wrong? So that's why I don't agree with going to rehab for 6 months. I don't have class con swimming pool y todo. No, I don't. But that's just my opinion. Is that okay? That's just my opinion. Why? Because I see the mothers. I see the wives. I see the children. While you're out there, he said, what did he say? He said, I left them because doing time was easy for me. And it is. It is not nice, but it's easy. Any idiot can do time, right? Go to rehab. Talk about all the things you're going to do. Yeah. Or the things you used to do, right? Que yo esto, que yo lo otro, que. No. Actions speak louder than words. And this is what we're all about here, action. Because results is the name of the game. I don't want to know what you're going to do. Show me. Right? And all this stuff, man, is just simple, basic, common sense. And it's easy, really. Somebody told me, well, it's so easy, and if it's common sense, why don't most people do it? I said, because it's not common practice. It's common sense, but it's not common practice. And that's why I read it. I came up with this stuff, by the way. That's why I said, we're going to teach basic principles of life that must be learned and practiced in order, if success in life is going to be achieved. Listen, do you think that Mr. Oscar Cruz is well on his way to a successful life?
Yes.
Better believe it. Is it easy? No. No, because success is not easy. Whoever told you that is lied to you. You're going to have to give up some things for success. Think about that one. You have to give up drugs and alcohol and selfish living for success in life, in marriage, and a better future. That's just how life is. All right, I can go on and on. I love this class. I could be here all night. Does anybody have any questions or comments or any questions for Oscar? Any just comments, anything? I do want to say this. We have some shirts. We're building I want everybody to do me a favor and go to Choose the Change Foundation. Check out the website. We're building it. We have shirts here for $15. We're trying to raise money. If you buy a shirt, get a cup. Choose the Change. By the way, let me pass around our donation button. I don't have my donation bag. fully self-supporting organization, so we're gonna pass around a donation. You don't have to give, you don't have to. It's just, here, let me put something in there myself. But this is the money, we're trying to raise money, and I want to remind everyone that I'm going to be raising money, and we'll open a home for people coming out of prison or rehabs, so that they can have I'm trying to help men like Oscar, like Zapata. Men that have come out, that needed a place to stay when they got out. They could have used the home, a place to stay. Yes, ma'am.
What about people who have not been to prison and are not coming out from?
Well, anybody that would need help and wants to change, let me say this. For those of you that don't know much about drug addiction and alcoholism, let me give you this real quick. When somebody starts to change, if they start here, they start using drugs, and then they go to, it's like a process. You know, they go into rehab here, and then they get out, they go back, they get out, they go back, then they go to prison or whatever it is. And it's a process, you know, and they get either worse or they get better. But then they get to that point where they finally make a decision. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. And they're in prison, say. They're in prison like Oscar. He went through all this. But see, I'm sure that people try to help you during these times, right? People try to help you, but it never worked for him because he wasn't ready. See, I know this because I just know this. So I said, I can't help everybody. But here's what I want. I want to help this guy that's right here. He's done. And I want to catch him right here. And this is what Choose the Change is for. Choose the Change is to catch these guys right here, where they're ready. Now we can move forward. And that's what's happening to him. See, I knew that. The home is going to be for these guys. Does that make sense? That makes sense, guys? It's not going to be for these guys over here, because I know who wants to change and who doesn't want to change. You don't have, it's just very simple for me. I can see it. All I got to do is just listen to you. I know. I just know. The home that we're going to open is for these guys right here. Guys for Chavarria. They're ready to get on their own, to learn how to live on their own, to learn how to work and pay bills and pay the light, to learn, because many of us crazy people never did that, right? You know? So that's what the home is for. So we're gonna do it. There you go. Time is up. So guys, I want to thank everybody for coming again. We'll see you next week. We're going to have a special speaker next week also. Very, very good speaker. Alex Almanza, if you haven't heard him, you need to hear him. Alex has some tremendous wisdom. He's an let me just tell you, I got 2 minutes. He's an he was in the service for 27 years. He was on medication for years. They kicked him out because he was too broken. He had that
PTSD.
PTSD. He was on 9 kinds of medications. Four of them were for his actual so-called problem, and the other 5 were for the symptoms of these drugs. The guy was crazy. He'll tell you. Today he takes no drugs. And he's learning how to teach others how to stay sober and live a clean, godly life. Powerful, powerful man of God, mentor, teacher. He's going to college now. He's getting his master's in psychology and all kinds of. You need to hear him. He'll be here next week. I will not be here next week. Rudy will be taking care of the class here. This is Rudy. Rudy, raise your hand. He's my right-hand man when I'm not here. You ought to hear his testimony. I told him that he needs to give his testimony here of what God is doing and what Choose to Change has done for his life. And you'll hear Alex Almanza next week. So be here next week at 7. Meeting adjourned.